Inputs with regards to the leader of opposition, Subhendu Adhikari. Remember, his visit is scheduled today to Sandeshkhali, and now we are learning that 144 has been imposed in 5 places of Sandeshkhali, and that also goes on to indicate that Subhendu Adhikari will be stopped on his way to Sandeshkhali. Now remember, Subhendu Adhikari decided to head to Sandeshkhali after the court order. For more details, let's quickly go across to Kamalika. Kamalika, this is the big question that we were trying to probe since morning in terms of whether or not Subhendu Adhikari will be able to make it to Sandeshkhali, but it seems that it is again going to be problematic for him.
Definitely. Right now, let me tell you that in front of us is the convoy of Subhendu Adhikari, and right now we are crossing the crucial area of Shorberia, which is the area of Shah Jahan, and here also there is the market in the name of Shah Jahan. So it's a very sensitive area through which we are going, but what we are coming to know from our administrative sources is 144 has been imposed in 5 places in Sandeshkhali. Now in these 5 places, this Dhamakhali is an area from where one has to take a ferry to go to Sandeshkhali main island. And what we are coming to know that Subhendu Adhikari and Dhamakhali is one of the places where this 144 has been imposed again. So it is likely that Subhendu Adhikari will be stopped here, safe 10 kilometers from where we are. The Subhendu Adhikari might be stopped. So if he is stopped, then it is going to be 3rd time. Along with that, we have also got this input that state will be moving to the division bench because it was a single bench order yesterday which put stay on 144. So after that again fresh application of 144, whether it's legally viable or not, that the lawyers can say properly, but the administration has imposed 144 once again in Sandeshkhali in 5 places, and the route directly goes to Dhamakhali. We'd like to show, here is Subhendu Adhikari's convoy who is leading towards Rampur, Dhamakhali, and as moment he will reach Dhamakhali, what we are getting from our sources that he will be stopped as fresh 144 have been reimposed in 5 places.
It's interesting you highlight the fact that the legal viability of these prohibitory orders is yet to be ascertained. But having said that, considering you're mentioning that the state is now going to perhaps approach a division bench since they may want to challenge yesterday's order of the Calcutta High Court. But having said that, do highlight the fact that even the Calcutta High Court order that has arrived only goes on to, it's clearly stated that Subhendu Adhikari must abstain from making any controversial remarks that lead to any kind of communal tensions.
See, what we are getting it from our administrative sources is that 3 to 4 days from now is very crucial, and they don't want any type of, even the presence of political leaders might lead to some incitement there, and they don't want that, and that is the reason for which this again reimposition of 144 is tried, and also this appeal which they are going to do it in the division bench, that they are doing. Their point is clear that 3 to 4 days is very crucial, and they want to Sandeshkhali is calm for the last 7 days. Though politics, everybody is trying to go, people are coming out, giving their allegation, the land department has gone, all these things are going on, but at the same time, if an opposition of any political leader is present there, then that might incite. Now here's the question the BJP is raising, that when the Trinamool ministers, they are going in certain areas where the people from Sandeshkhali is going, at that point of time what happens? There is no incitement or something like that, and that the answer to that is the places where they are going is not under 144. So clearly war of words, political temperature story.
All right, Kamalika, stay with me. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. In fact, staying with the tensions in Sandeshkhali, I'm joined in by Ms. Rekha Sharma ji, who, as we all know, is the NCW Chief. Many thanks to you, Ms. Sharma, for joining in on CNN News 18. You've been to the area. You've received fresh complaints from the women of West Bengal. Could you take us through what were your observations on ground zero?
When I went there, the women were afraid of coming out and talking to me. But as the time I have spent with them, they they relied on me. They came out, they spoke, they shared their pain, they cried on my shoulder, they gave me fresh complaints. Even a rape case in front of me, she wrote, cried, holded my hand. They need lot of support from all of us.
Right.
Beyond political thing, it should be talked, and we should support them, because they have gone through hell and they are going through hell over there.
Rekha ji, it's very important for the benefit of all our viewers that you share their experiences with us.
See, these women, they told me the horrific stories that when this, it all started with land grabbing, but when they resisted, women and young girls of their families were called in the office. They were molested, they were raped inside the office. Most of them said molested, but because they don't want to use word rape, but they said in so many words that their clothes were torn, they were molested, they were touched everywhere in the on the body, and young girls were called, their young daughters were called in the office, their husbands were beaten, they are forced to leave that place. Most of the husbands, men of that place is not there. Women are staying alone with the young children. Even in some cases, they said that the gun were kept on young children's head when they were resisting for these molestation and rapes. The young children were pointed out, the guns were on their head, and I think it should be made a case of where the children are being molested, not only the women, because some girls were even below 18 years of age.
Rekha ji, whatever that you have stated so far only goes on to sort of highlight the kind of intimidation tactics that were being used by Sheikh Shah Jahan and his henchmen. Having said that, did you also sense that kind of fear within the women and their families?
Women are so afraid that they don't want to show their faces. If you have seen the videos, they were covering the faces. They don't want, because the fear is not only from the gundas, from the henchmen, but also from the police. Because if they identify these women coming out and talking about these violence, they also target them. Even the police target them, and I have seen that they were not ready to take their complaints. In front of me, I forced them to take their complaints and register FIRs. I have taken the receiving of previous cases also, because they just kept those cases, not given any receiving to these women, because they just take a plain paper of complaint and they just throw it, and after that they just shout on them that you should take this back because you will be targeted. Their family is, most of the women who complained, their family is being targeted. Complaints are against their family members now. So now they are saving their own skin rather than fighting against this violence and this horrific cases. They are now more concerned about the safety of their families from the police itself.
I remember that your reports earlier have also talked about this pattern of complicity and negligence, which is why I would now like to come and talk about as far as the law enforcement and its own attitude is concerned. Only on Saturday were gang rape charges added against Shibu Prasad Hazra, and why this kind of delay to add those charges? Do you think that the law enforcement has also been complicit and that they should also be questioned for obstructing justice so far?
These gang rape charges have been added when the women went to the court.
Precisely.
Not by the police.
Right.
They are still saying that it was not gang rape. They are still in front of me. The SP said the gang tried to rape. They didn't rape. That was the SP's statement in front of me. So they are still on denial. And if they are going to go for the investigation, I don't think they will prove anything. The investigation will be botched up, because I think somebody from outside should come and investigate this matter, not this police of West Bengal, because they have already made up their mind that nothing happened. And in so many words, again and again, SP told me that how will they implement Shahjahan when there is no complaint against him. So you can see that why will they arrest when they think that there is no complaint
Absolutely.
against him.
The fact that the man is still at large as far as Sheikh Shahjahan is concerned only goes on to indicate the kind of protection he is receiving from the state and the law enforcement. But having said that, it's a very valid point that you've just made, that somebody from outside needs to come and investigate. When we talk about a more transparent investigation, your report's also going to, it's asking about precedent's rule. Having said that, the TMC has questioned your own position as far as precedent's rule is concerned. And it's not just you. The NCSA report has also gone on to demand that. But when the Trinamool Congress goes on record to say that you are not in a position to make that recommendation, I would like to know your thoughts.
See, this is my job to recommend. Whether it will be accepted or not, it is on the president. So I don't know what TMC is saying. This is my statutory right, which is given by this my act, that I can recommend when I see anything, when I observe anything. And why should it be a political thing? It is a complaint is coming from women of West Bengal. Why TMC or any other party should go against it? I think they should also go there and observe themselves that what women are going through. It is not about any political party. It is about women of the West Bengal. And I don't know why they always think that these kinds of recommendations or these kinds of reports are against a political party. These are against goons. If the goons are from their party, that is their problem. Now they should shun those goons from their party rather than taking their side and making it a political point.
Rekha ji, we've also seen a petition at the Supreme Court which has demanded for an SIT and CBI. Do you think now the kind of situation that's prevailing in Sandeshkhali calls for a central agency's probe?
I think Honorable Supreme Court should take a suo moto. They do take many a time when these kinds of situation arises. This is the time that they should take suo moto and themselves should make SIT and send people. Maybe a honorable judge should come here, ex-judge or retired judge should come here.
Rekha ji, I'm running short of time. Running short of time. My last question to you is that the Trinamool Congress has gone on to attack you by saying that you've maintained a silence as far as Manipur is concerned, or even Bilkis Banu or the wrestlers' protest is concerned. Why be so vocal about Sandeshkhali? I'd like to end with your response to that.
I did went to Manipur, and they will again and again and again question. Even if I say I went there, I met every woman, I met the rape victims, I gave the report to Home Ministry, and this is once and for all I am giving you on record that I did give my report on Manipur to Honorable Home Minister. I did go there. I met Churachandpur women. I met the victims. And I did not go when the violence was at peak, but yes, I went there and I did make a report and gave to Home Honorable
All right, Rekha ji,
Minister.
thank you so much for giving us your precious time here at CNN News 18. And with